like giving up, we've got you covered. Stay tuned.
Lovelies, welcome back to Manifestation Sisters community. If you're new here, I'm Tia.
And I'm Leah.
And we're your Manifestation Sisters, helping you master your mind to manifest your desires. Before we jump in, you're being called to work with a coach like myself or Leah. You want to go to that next level. You want to live an empowered life. You want the accountability and the support to finally do so. You can find out more by clicking the links in the description box below, as well as we also have our digital products to help you with your mental diet and all the things like that. Let's jump in.
So we've experienced it, and we see it with our clients and we see it with our community. We get to the point sometimes or throughout the journey where we feel like giving up. We feel like nothing's working, or we're seeing the opposite, or we're getting little sprinkles of, SP coming in or money coming in or things changing within us, and we don't seem to sustain it. So when you feel like giving up, it's okay, but in that moment you have a conscious choice to decide that, despite what's going on, I am the operant power. Despite what's going on, I'm the one in control here. I'm the one that gets to decide what's happening in my reality, despite what I see. And I think that's what trips a lot of people up. And I know this on my own journey and with my clients and our community, that 3D sometimes can affect us because we're giving our power away to it, because we're experiencing it, it's our life, and it's just like, oh, I'm still seeing this reflection. But we know that the 3D is old, right? We know that the 3D has to catch up to that new story, and you have to allow it to catch up to the new story. Despite what's going on, you have a moment. You always have a choice.
Yeah, ultimately it comes down to the meaning, like we always say, that you're assigning to the 3D. You're making it mean I'm not going to get what it is I want. You're making it mean the things that I'm doing aren't working. You're making it mean that I'm not seeing any results. Is it worth me continuing to do this? And that's when faith comes into play, because despite the meaning that you're assigning to your 3D, ultimately everything in our reality was once unseen. It comes from the narratives, the stories, the saturation that you're choosing to decide internally to get that reflection. And when you know that 3D is old, when you know that you are the operant power, you can sit with your 3D, you can be aware of it, but not assign it the meaning that you're not going to get what it is that you want. That's when faith comes into play, because it's you choosing to believe in what you don't see, even when it hasn't happened yet. And that's a conscious practice you must make with yourself. Like I said, everything that is in our 3D is a physical manifestation of what was once imagined, what was once decided, saturated by the internal choices that someone has chosen to persist in. When you feel like giving up, it's your time to return back to that empowered state, like we spoke on previously. Not be a victim to your circumstances, not feel like people are doing things to you, because you all understand it's happening through you. And when you have that power, there's no need to give up on yourself, because you can't essentially give up on your desire. You can't give up on what you're wanting. It's just about returning your conscious awareness to the fact that what you want is on its way, and that even though you can't see it yet, you're going to continue to persist in the knowingness, the beingness of having that which you want.
Exactly, because to desire something is to have it. And when we have a desire for something, it means that we can experience it. Otherwise you wouldn't have the desire, right? You wouldn't be able to think thoughts of having the love and relationship with your SP, or having the money you want, or having the career you want, or having the health you want, if it didn't already exist. But creation is already finished, which means there's already a version, a reality where you're already experiencing this thing. You just now need to think from that version and be as that version who's already experiencing. That's all it is. And that's why some days we want to give up, because we're in this human experience, and sometimes we have down days, or some days we are a little bit plugged into 3D and giving our power away and forgetting that we're the one that actually creating it, and we're the operant power. That's okay. You recognize when you're doing those things and you get back on the horse, okay? It's okay to have down days. On those days, go and do things that you love, do things that you enjoy, watch your favorite programs, be around the people that you love, go out for walks, whatever it is to, build yourself up again on those days, so that you can be like, okay, yeah, I've got this. This is how I feel today. Fine, this too shall pass, right? And then I get back on and reminding myself of my power as the creator of my reality, knowing that everything is happening in my favor. Everything is unfolding perfectly, and there is always movement happening, even though I can't see it right now. It doesn't matter. Some way, somehow, everything is unfolding in my favour, and I get to have what I want easily, effortlessly, and quickly, right? It's the conversations you're having with yourself on these days, and you'll find yourself a bit too plugged into the 3D.
Exactly. So unplug, bring the power back to yourself, and don't give up on what it is that you truly desire. And that's what it means to transcend your 3D, because we always have a choice. And although right now it may not feel like it, as you start to ease the resistance of your thinking, the meaning that you're assigning it, as you start to unplug, the narratives and the stories that you want to choose for yourself of everything working out, of everything unfolding in your favour, will help you essentially make that shift and dissolve the resistance and the awareness that you're meaning and assigning to the 3D. You can have what it is that you want. You are the operant power. You essentially don't have to accept what you are being shown in the 3D. You can have your awareness on it. You can essentially see stuff playing out, but internally you don't have to accept it by making it mean that you're not going to get what it is that you want. Personally, I can see things playing out in the 3D. I reject that and I go in, affirm, persist, assume that which I want is happening in my favour.
Yeah, because it is a reject or accept situation.
Yeah.
Like, you can reject it and be like, no, that's not for me. Or you can accept it and be like, do you know what, it doesn't matter because I'm going to change it. It's just on a moment to moment choosing what you want to dwell in and where you want to resonate with. Because, you know, when we feel like giving up, you know, it's on those days usually when we are giving our power away a little to the 3D, we're being in that disempowered state like we mentioned in the previous video. But then on the days when we're feeling good, we're like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's when, you know, it's doing those things on a moment to moment basis despite what day you are having, and it's always returning back to, I'm the operant power despite what's going on. I'm the one in control.
Exactly. Your consciousness is the one and only true reality. Keep being responsible for the effect that you get in your 3D from the cause of which you are choosing, deciding internally within your inner reality.
Yeah, and it definitely gets easier as well.
Does.
So don't give up on you. And this video was just a reminder and a little reinforcement to own your power again and, you know, keep going. So we're going to wrap up the video here. We hope you like it. Thank you for watching to the end. Thank you for being subscribed to our channel. Thank you for being here in this growing community. We really appreciate it when you like, comment, share and subscribe. It means the world to us. And if you want to work with myself or Tia 101 or check out our digital products like we said at the start, the link is in the description box down below. We'll see you in the next video.